Hi everyone, I'm Jim Ferrell, your mayor. In this time of concern and uncertainty surrounding the COVID-19 crisis, I want to take a minute to bring you up to date on a few of the measures we here at the city are in the midst of implementing to combat this crisis in our community and our plans for the future. Before we get into the details of what we're doing, I want to say thank you. Thank you to those who are on the front lines in our community, our healthcare workers and first responders. Thank you to those who are working hard to keep the shelves stocked and keep our grocery stores operating in a safe and orderly fashion, as well as restaurants providing takeout services. Thank you. Thank you to Superintendent Dr. Tammy Campbell and our educators with Federal Way Public Schools. We are thankful for your talent and ability to transition to distance learning in order to reach our students during this time. And thank you to our Federal Way faith community as you guide and inspire your congregations during this stay-at-home order from the governor. We are all in this together. We'll get through this together. We at the city are going to be with you every step of the way. In fact, just last night, the City Council approved my recommendation for $88,500 in emergency funding for food banks and shelter services. And we're setting aside additional funding for the coming months as we start this recovery process. In addition to offering guidance on small business administration recovery loans and state resources for businesses negatively affected by this crisis, we here at the city will be rolling out Prosperity Beckons, a strategy that will lead to the plans for Federal Way's future. This strategy will focus on the resolution to the coronavirus. Recovery will focus on the reopening of the city's businesses, and resilience will focus on the future development and protection of our residents and businesses here in Federal Way. This strategy is built on 7 fundamental pillars. Number 1, public outreach. We will continue working with our community partners, prioritizing constant and consistent communication to businesses, property owners, nonprofits, and regional stakeholders. Number 2, we'll provide technical assistance and support of businesses. Building on our relationships with the Greater Federal Way Chamber of Commerce and the Small Business Development Center at Highline College, we will coordinate and provide insight to local businesses on government business assistance programs. Number 3, serving as a clearinghouse on opportunities. A variety of research is being conducted to better understand the dynamics of the city's and region's marketplace by sector and unemployment rates. For example, how do we help recover business sectors most hurt by this crisis? In addition, examinations are being performed in the level of assistance provided by banks and lenders for both commercial and residential borrowers. The 4th pillar of Prosperity Beckons looks at legislative and regulatory affairs. We will support the needs of policymakers in identifying legislative and regulatory affairs opportunities to enhance community and economic resilience. Number 5 focuses on cooperation. We will continue to engage both intra-agency relationships within the city and inter-agency relationships with other city, regional, state, and national agencies. Number 6 is the formulation of a community continuity task force. This task force will be comprised of community stakeholders and organizations to identify opportunities to ensure services to at-risk populations and assistance to the entities serving them, along with ensuring overall community mental health during and after the recovery. And finally, the formulation of a business resiliency task force. In cooperation with the Greater Federal Way Chamber of Commerce, this will be made up of businesses and commercial property owners from different sectors representing businesses large and small across ethnic and gender categories. Its purpose is to identify opportunities to help with the recovery and resilience of Federal Way's businesses and to ensure the fair and equitable deployment of business assistance here in Federal Way. In the coming days and weeks, I ask that we follow public health directions to ensure a quick and speedy resolution from this crisis. In closing, I'm reminded of a quote from Winston Churchill, who once said, quote, "A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. We will work together to find and implement the opportunities in making Federal Way strong. We'll get through this together." Thank you.